Welcome to the Indie Film Hustle Podcast, episode number 80. The more successful the villain, the more successful the picture. Alfred Hitchcock.
Broadcasting from the back alley in Hollywood, it's the Indie Film Hustle Podcast, where we show you how to survive and thrive as an indie filmmaker in the jungles of the film biz. And here's your host, Alex Ferrari.
Welcome, my Indie Film Hustlers, to another episode of the Indie Film Hustle Podcast. I am your humble host, Alex Ferrari. Today's show is sponsored by Red Giant's PluralEyes. Now, guys, I wanted to talk about this product, and they're really not sponsored by this by Red Giant. They haven't paid me to do any of this, what I'm about to say. They did give me a free copy of the program to take a look, and my God, if you guys don't know what PluralEyes is, it is the most amazing sync tool I have ever used in my life. Now, to be honest with you, I've heard of PluralEyes before, and I used it probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I was not impressed. But their latest version makes syncing video to audio absolutely insane. It literally, you drag a piece of QuickTime into their software, you drag the audio there, and it just hits synchronize. And it just syncs it up perfectly. It doesn't have to. It helps with you have a slate, but it's not necessary. It is awesome. I can't tell you how much it is helping me on my movie This Is Meg right now. I'm syncing up dailies in a matter of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, as opposed to hours upon hours upon hours. It is well worth the money. You do get a free trial. Go to redgiant.com /products/PluralEyes, PLURALEyes. And there you can get a free trial. If you want to buy it, it is $2.99 for the full version and $149 for all you students, and academic version out there for you. It is well worth the money, guys. It is awesome. So check it out. So I wanted to give you guys an update on This Is Meg. We have started shooting a little bit of footage, just quietly, me and Jilly on the side, and testing out some stuff, doing some run-throughs and workflow tests with it. And I have to happily report it looks great. I'm really happy with the way everything's looking. Just so you guys know, I am shooting on the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 2.5K. I've decided not to shoot 4K on this project purely for workflow issues. Considering I'm doing the majority of everything myself on this project. And I'm going to be talking much more about that in episodes to come. But we are launching our crowdfunding campaign next week on June 21st, and it's going to run for 30 days. And we're going to be trying to raise $15,000. And it is in your hands, Indie Film Tribe. I really need your help. I need you guys to spread the word, tweet to your friends, just do everything you can, anything you see from us. If you can't, offer any financial assistance to the project, at least help us by tweeting out, sharing, and doing all sorts of things to get the word out about the campaign. And of course, you will be getting special deals on membership to the Indie Film Syndicate, which has now been about 95% finished. I've got to get some stuff ready for the This Is Meg section of that. But it's turning out to be pretty insane the amount of stuff that is going to be in the membership. All our courses, special access to courses that I've never shown before. And I'm making deals with other instructors to get more courses in to the membership, even if it's on a preview standpoint. So you can see, take about quarter of the course or something like that and get access and value that you normally wouldn't get as part of the membership. And as well, the micro budget film masterclass, which is going to be how we make This Is Meg and what I'm going to be going through and all that kind of cool stuff. So to check out that, go to indiefilmsyndicate.com. And of course, if you want to help with the crowdfunding campaign, the URL that will be live next week will be thisismeg.com. We'll take you directly to our crowdfunding page on Seed and Spark, which is a perfect segue into the subject of today's episode, which is Seed and Spark and why I am crowdfunding with them as opposed to the two juggernauts that are Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about this because as filmmakers, I want to, and as part of what I do with Indie Film Hustle, I want to give you guys as much information and as much advice and help as I can in your filmmaking journey so you guys can achieve the goals that you're setting out for yourself. And a lot of times there's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of mixed messages out there. And I just want to give you my point of view of why I'm using Seed and Spark as opposed to the other two big boys. Now, before I start this episode, I want to let you guys know Seed and Spark has not paid me a dime and is not giving me anything for me doing this podcast. I don't even know if they're even aware that I'm doing this podcast right now. I just want to do this from the heart because I love what they're doing and how they're doing it. And I will show you, hopefully, a successful campaign at the end of this 30-day journey with This Is Meg. But a few reasons why I wanted to jump on Seed and Spark as opposed to the other guys. Their success rate. They have a 75% success rate, which is 2 times better than any other platform out there because they focus on filmmakers. Seed and Spark is focused on filmmakers, not the next fountain pen that transforms into a transformer or a robot that boils a cup of coffee for you. They focus specifically on filmmakers and helping filmmakers get their stories funded and also distributed, which I'll get to in a minute. The average raise on the site is $17,000. So the average raise of money is 17 grand, which is 2.5 times more than any other platform out there. And the average fee that they take is 3%, which is 40% less than any other platform out there. So those 3 are huge reasons. One of the 3 of the big reasons I chose them. But one of the other things I love about what Emily and Seed and Spark is doing is they are the first platform where a successful crowdfunding campaign means that you'll get distribution. So if you launch your campaign with them and you get at least 500 followers on your Seed and Spark page, you're guaranteed distribution through Netflix, iTunes, Hulu, Google Play, Amazon Instant Video, Time Warner, Comcast, Cox, Verizon, Fios, and Vudu, all because you use their platform. Kickstarter and Indiegogo do not offer anything like that. It is insane. They also provide a filmmaker gift box that contains over $8,000 in product, services, and festival waivers to help you on your filmmaking journey. I mean, and again, you have to get up to 500 followers to get that, but it's pretty damn cool that that's accessible to you where the other guys don't do it. Now, unlike Kickstarter, you don't need to reach your entire goal to get the money. You need to get at least 80% of your goal. And Indiegogo, you don't have to reach your goal. You get whatever you get. But I think the 80% rule is really, really cool. And there's not a hard way of getting that. And I'll explain to you in a minute why. The other really cool part of the platform is that unlike the other guys, you get to not only ask for money, but you can ask for wish list items, kind of like a wedding registry or a baby registry, where you ask for items that have a value associated with them. So if you need a lens for your camera, if you're going to go rent that lens or buy that lens, let's say you're going to buy the lens and it's going to cost you $2,500, or you're going to rent it and it's going to cost you $250 to rent for the week. But you could ask to borrow that lens for the week from somebody who has it and somebody who wants to support you, and they'll let you borrow it. That's $250 worth of value there. If you want to ask for someone to help you cook meals for the crew, offer and also wish list crew members like a boom operator or a cinematographer or a colorist or anything like that. They can offer their services for you if they really like the project. So these are really quick ways to achieve your final goal, as opposed to just hard-earned cash. The wish list does have a value to it as well. So I think that is so cool and so innovative for filmmakers, because a lot of times filmmakers might not be able to give you cash, but they might have a house for a location that they'll let you use, and that's also extremely valuable. So again, that's one of the other reasons, and a really fun reason why I wanted to use Seed and Spark as well as the crowdfunding platform for This Is Meg. I have not crowdfunded before. I have crowdfunded. Well, let me rephrase that. I did crowdfund once before, and I used Indiegogo at that time. And this is going back probably about 5 years. And I put up an ad, and I was asking for $2,500 to finish one of my short films. That was the animated short film Red Princess Blues Genesis. And a day later, I got an email from somebody who said, "Hey, I'll just pay you everything. I just want to be associated with the project." And I was like, "Wow, okay, great. This is how crowdfunding works." And that was the only experience I ever had with crowdfunding. So ever since then, there's a lot more information out here about crowdfunding, and it's an art, and there's a lot more noise out there. So I'm hoping that I'm providing enough value for helping us to make this movie. And in turn, by you helping us make this movie, you're able to see how we make this movie and learn from our mistakes and from our victories on how we make this movie, how do you make a micro budget movie in today's world with today's technology, all the way through distribution. So those are a few short reasons why I absolutely love Emily and Seed and Spark and what they're doing. And they also have a free crowdfunding course that they have on their YouTube page that they just released a few weeks ago. And I told them I wanted to promote the hell out of it because it's something that everybody who's ever even thinking about crowdfunding, regardless if you're going to go on Seed and Spark or not, I would say you should, but regardless of that, they are remarkable. It's a remarkable course. It tells you everything from the very beginning all the way to the very end. They also provide you a crowdfunding to build your independence handbook, an education deck, which helps you build independence. Again, they're really about you building your own independence as an artist and as a filmmaker and to make a living doing so. And that is a message that rings so true to my core principles and beliefs at Indie Film Hustle. And I think it was just a synergetic combination working with Seed and Spark on This Is Meg. So if you want to go on the journey with me and with the This Is Meg family and see how we actually go through this whole crazy process of crowdfunding a micro budget film, head over to thisismeg.com, which will be live next week on June 21st. And if you want to check out the Indie Film Syndicate, just head over to indiefilmsyndicate.com and check that out as well. And you can kind of see what we go through with this whole process. And it is going to be a process without question. So, and also on a side note, guys, I might be a little late like I am with this podcast. I know I usually release on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I might be a little late during this crowdfunding campaign. I'm running a lot of heads. I'm shooting a little bit of the movie. I'm putting the crowdfunding campaign together. I'm creating marketing elements. I'm also creating content for Indie Film Hustle as well as doing podcasts, living a life, having a family, and so on. So bear with me if the podcasts are a day or two late. I'm hoping and I'm still aiming for 2 a week, at least for the next month. And then when the crowdfunding campaign is over, I might drop down to 1 a week, purely so I can focus on getting This Is Meg done and also feeding the Indie Film Syndicate to make sure you guys are getting all the value that I can give you guys as well. But don't worry, I will continue to do 2 episodes a week because I know a lot of you guys need me on your long commutes to work and back or on your jog. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you for all the outpouring of love and support for This Is Meg and the project and everything. You guys are the reason I keep going sometimes. You know, I'm here killing myself trying to get this crowdfunding campaign going, but I stopped for an hour so I can do this podcast and get it out for you guys because I know it's something you guys want and need, and I'm here for you guys. So thank you again so much. As always, head over to filmmakingpodcast.com and leave us an honest review, guys. It really helps us out a lot. And moving forward, head to thisismeg.com for at least the next 4 to 5 weeks. And please help us out with the crowdfunding campaign and check out all the insane incentives. One incentive that you guys might be interested in, well, there's a few, but we're going to be going incentives like an executive producer credit, an associate producer credit with IMDb credits accordingly, a post-production workflow consulting phone call so I can kind of help you work through any of your workflow issues or actually help you create a workflow for your feature or short film. Dinner with myself and Jilly in LA. We do not pay for flight or lodging, sir, but we will pay for the meal. And a really cool one is I'm offering a few guest spots on the Indie Film Hustle podcast. So if you want to come on board and be a guest on the show and talk about yourself, your projects, your company, promote your stuff, as well as just talk shop, talk filmmaking stuff, ask questions, whatever. You'd be a guest on the show and you'll be broadcast out to everybody. So it'd be a really great way for me to talk with you guys and have you guys on the show and hopefully help out the campaign as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. So I thought that would be a nice little incentive I kick out to everybody as well. And as you know, we have autographed this, and we've got tons of rare memorabilia from movies that the cast have done, and so on and so forth. So really, really, really cool stuff. So definitely check it out. thisismeg.com. And that'll be live again June 21st. And you can check out everything I discussed in the show notes at indiefilmhustle.com/080 or 080. And you can check out the links to Seed and Spark, the campaigns, and everything else we spoke about. And Seed and Spark is seedandspark.com, guys. Definitely check them out. And I will be putting links to all of the videos in the online course because it is insane. Really, really definitely check it out. As always, guys, keep that hustle going, keep that dream alive, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Indie Film Hustle podcast at indiefilmhustle.com. That's INDIEFILMHUSTLE.com.